Lost Ark is a free-to-play MMORPG released in Korea in 2019, but for Western release we need to wait until February 11, 2022. In other regions, Korea, Russia and Japan, Lost Ark was a huge success, so now it's a perfect moment to see what is happening with this game lately and is this game worth playing in 2022. Before we start, let me just say subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more MMORPG videos in the future. Lost Ark is an isometric perspective MMORPG developed by Tripod Studio and Smilegate RPG. Publisher of Lost Ark for the West is Amazon Games, company which have developed and published their own game in 2021, New World. Lost Ark is action RPG combat style kind of game with a huge world to explore. Game can offer to you a huge diversity of classes to play, and for release of the game in the West you can choose between 15 playable classes. Instead of Summoner, we have get Sorcerer's class, which was a disappointment for some people who wanted to play Summoner as their main class. But on the other hand, good news is that we can now play new class Sorceress at release. Lost Ark is not a Holy Trinity kind of game, but among 15 classes, 2 classes, Bard and Paladin, are actually real support classes which will support their party with shields, buffs and some healing. It's important to say that new class, third support class of Lost Ark, Artist, was released in Korea recently, but for now we don't have any release date for the West. That will probably happen during 2022 within one of the new updates. There are also few classes which you could consider as tank kind of classes, but in generally each class of Lost Ark is able to make damage to some point and balance between classes is adjusted on really good way. When I am already talking about tanks, just to mention that Gunlancer is the name of a class which you could consider as one real tank class, but in generally speaking regarding classes of Lost Ark, there is only one rule you need to follow. Play the class which you like the most, which feels the best under the fingers for you and you will enjoy in your gameplay. It's also important to say that you will play more than one class, because playing on alts will bring many benefits to you, and you will also enjoy a lot in playing more than one class as your main. In the endgame, you will have lots of content to play and lots of things to do, from making your gear better and collecting more of skill points, runes and gems, but not only that. You will want to have higher gear score to be able to unlock more of in-game content, and you will achieve higher gear score by enchanting your gear. Lost Ark is a game in which you can customize your character on many ways, from skills and engravings to outfits which will give to your character a specific look. Regarding in-game content, Lost Ark is a Themepark game which have both PvE and PvP content to play, with additional PvP content released on Korean servers recently. But Lost Ark is actually much more PvE game than PvP game. In endgame, you will have lots of dungeons, guardian raids, and in generally lots of things to do if you like to play PvE. Huge map to explore and lots of things to collect are just some of the activities which are very exciting part of endgame content of Lost Ark. Regarding PvP, you can enjoy in arenas and from recently in Korea on a new continent Rowan in faction versus faction PvP and guild versus guild castle sieges. In arenas, everyone have same amount of skill points and stats which you can distribute as you think is the best. PvP content is unlocking from level 26 and maximum level in the game is currently 50. Developers are already working on adding more of PvP content to the game, and also very soon in Korea we should see release of 2 new classes, Aeromancer and Female Berserker. So this is something to look forward to play in the future, let's hope very soon also here in the West. One of the reasons why Lost Ark is very popular and played is also a fact that this game was not made only for hardcore players, but also for a casual player. That means if you don't have time to play Lost Ark every day for lots of hours, Don't worry, because game is set on that way that you can play it even on a little bit more casual way and without need to log in every single day and play it for lots of hours. But yes, of course, if you play it more on hardcore way, you will advance faster in generally than casual players. Game features all the necessary things which one real MMORPG need to have, including housing, gathering, farming, crafting, sailing and guild system. Combat is fast and fluid and it feels very good under the fingers, no matter which class are you playing. Amazon Games and Smilegate RPG have listened to feedback of gaming community and they have added lots of countries on list of officially supported countries, so only a few countries like Belgium and Netherlands will remain with IP block because, to quote Amazon Games, due to local laws and regulations regarding random in-game items. So RNG boxes thing. List of officially supported countries is really impressive, but just in short to tell you, Lost Ark will be released in February in North America, South America, Europe, Australia and New Zealand. That sounds pretty much globally. Let's now check what is happening with Lost Ark lately and is this game worth playing in 2022. I am here on official website of Lost Ark for Western release, and of course I will put link in the description below video so you can check this website later for yourself. But now let's check what is happening with Lost Ark just one day before Western release. Actually today when I'm making this video it's February 7th, so from tomorrow February 8th everyone who have buy one of 4 packages will get that head start 3 days ahead of official launch. So if you have buy one of those packages, you can start to play Lost Ark from tomorrow. However, if you didn't buy one of those packages, you will be able to start to play the game from February 11. So in the previous week, as you can see here on the news part of the website, we have get launch details. Check a dedicated video regarding that topic on my YouTube channel. During the previous week, I have made lots of videos regarding Lost Ark, regarding information, regarding Western release, and of course, regarding classes and in-game features. So if you are interested into Lost Ark, check my YouTube channel for lots of gameplay videos and guides for new players. As you can see here in front of you, that huge marketing and advertising campaign, it's up and live. Amazon Games is doing a really good job as a publisher of the game. They're advertising Lost Ark everywhere. So basically, by now, everybody knows, and not only people who are playing MMORPGs, in generally, everybody who is playing any kind of games know about release of Lost Ark in the West. That means that Amazon Games have done really a great job regarding advertising and marketing. Regarding what is happening over there in Korea, check lots of gameplay videos on my YouTube channel. I'm following every day what is happening over there in Korea because I'm playing on Korean servers basically from release of the game over there. And later, of course, I have played Lost Ark in Russia and Japan. However, I just want to show you briefly here. During the video, I already mentioned that lately we have get some new updates over there in Korea with a new continent, Rowan. On that continent, you need to choose between 2 factions, and after you pick one faction, you can participate in faction versus faction PvP. And also, we are getting specific castle sieges, which are actually guild versus guild PvP kind of sieges. So really amazing things are happening over there in Korea. We have get a new class artist, and we have also get announcement of female berserker and Aeromancer coming soon over there in Korea. Of course, we will get all of that content here in the West, but when? Well, nobody knows that. Probably somewhere during 2022. Today here, I want to show you this ranking list. This is Gamemeca website, and of course, I will put link in the description below video because this is interesting ranking list. Here you can find not only MMORPGs, you can find here all kind of games, but we are interested, of course, into MMORPGs. So as you can see here on position number 2 is Lost Ark overall. This is actually a huge thing because here you can see on position number 1 League of Legends. This is not a surprise, and I am following this ranking list for a long time. and Lost Ark is all the time here within top 3 games in Korea. And that is basically since release. That is a huge thing, because imagine to be here in this huge competition. You can check this ranking list later for yourself, but to be here among top 3 games all the time since release, that is a huge success. So over there in Korea, game is getting new updates all the time. Developers are taking good care about the game. So overall conclusion, is this game worth playing on the start of 2022 with Western release? Absolutely yes. If you don't mind isometric perspective of this game, then Lost Ark is a game for you. After playing this game for a long time in Korea, Japan and Russia, I can only confirm quality and huge amount of content which explains high popularity of this game. Lost Ark have everything that one serious MMORPG must have, including raids, world bosses, crafting, gathering, housing system, guilds, PvP arenas, and from recently in Korea, factions and castle sieges as guild versus guild PvP content, and new updates are incoming to this game all the time. What more could you ask from MMORPG? It's almost too good to be true. Let me know in the comments below video, will you play Lost Ark after Western release, and how do you like this MMORPG from information you have about it so far? If you are interested into MMORPGs, check my YouTube channel for lots of gameplay videos, guides, news and reviews from world of MMORPG gaming, with main focus on new upcoming PC MMORPGs, and of course with main focus on Lost Ark. Thank you for watching the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more Lost Ark videos in the future. See you soon.